Directing funding and other benefits to ADCs on cards. Manipur Minister L. Susindro's direct challenge to Lok Sabha MPs from state. Susindro dares Congress MPs to raise NRC issue in Parliament. Meghalaya's Garo Hills to push for enhanced railway connectivity. Minister Rakam Sangma to urge centre to demand railway connectivity from Guwahati to Dhaka via Bagmara. No trace yet of former Sikkim Deputy Speaker R.C. Paudyal, who went missing from his residence on Sunday. CCTV footage of Paudyal leaving house emerges. And the Nagaland government yet to give its remark to Union Home Ministry on frontier Nagaland territory, says outgoing ANPO President R. Sapikyu Sangta. Delay complicates things. Hello and welcome to Reporters Live. Straight to the top focus. Will Tipra Motha founder Pradyut Debbarma's push lead to direct funding and other benefits to the autonomous district councils? Well, as per sources, Union Home Minister Amit Shah has invited Tipra Motha founder Pradyut Debbarma to New Delhi for an urgent discussion on the Motha demand on 125th Constitution Amendment to ensure directing funding and other benefits, including land rights to the people in the Autonomous Council areas under the 6th schedule. Highly placed sources told Northeast Live that Pradyut Debbarma is expected to meet Shah later this week. The Union Home Minister's invite comes in the wake of Pradyut Debbarma's initiative to hold a meeting with the elected heads of all the autonomous district councils in the Northeast and Shillong on July 18th. The Motha founder has been saying that without direct funding and more land rights to the tribal people, they cannot enjoy the full benefits of autonomy despite being 6 scheduled areas. Pradyut Debbarma appears to have become a rallying point of various tribal groups and political parties insofar as the issue of tribal rights in the region is concerned. Pradyut Debbarma returned to Agartala today after a long stay in Delhi, where he met several central leaders. Meanwhile, Debbarma is scheduled to meet all MDCs and EMs of TTAADC to discuss on ways and means to assert the legal rights of the council. All right, now I'm being joined live with my colleague Pinaki Das from Agartala. So, Pinaki, Tipra Motha founder Pradyut Debbarma was in Delhi for days. So, what was on the agenda? Pinaki.
See, Pradyut Kishore Debbarma have a clear agenda is the development of the indigenous people. He had set this agenda since he came to power. And after forming his party, the TTADC was captured by the party which was hardly few months old at that time, the Tipra Motha. And from there, he realized this ADC was formed with the intention to give more power to the indigenous people. But the facts remain on the 6th schedule, the tribal people hardly had any financial right in TTADC, particularly at least in Tripura, because finance is very important. You are given all rights, but when you don't have the money, you don't have the, you can't develop your people or the development, you can't plan your development until you have direct funding. That was his demand, and he wanted more political, social, economic and financial rights for the indigenous people. And this 125th schedule amendment that is important for him. He was raising this issue since from the beginning because it gives financial power to, and the finance commission is supposed to form once this is implemented. But this was not implemented since 2019 February. It was brought by in the Rajya Sabha by the then Rajnath Singh, but it was not implemented in Tripura or anywhere. But he has been raising this issue because financial power is important, and this will also help in dividing the tax that is received. Recently also in his social media handles we have seen he has raised the question when in Meghalaya we see big cement companies, those have been formed in the TTADC area there, they are distributing the royalty at the rate of 60-40 with the district council. Why not in Tripura? Because most of the industries are in the ADC's area, but they don't get it. So these are the issues he wanted, and he is taking on it and he is trying to implement them. So that will be his last fight perhaps, because he has also declared earlier that he want to give a last fight for the development of the indigenous people, and only through financial power and financial right to them, the ADC, nothing can be achieved without finance. That is where he is stressing on. Priya.
So Pinaki, there is a big push from the Tipra Motha for direct funding and other benefits, including land rights to people in ADC areas. So is today's meet with MDCs and EMs a bit to strategize on that front?
See, land right already is there, but how it is being implemented, that is very important. And finance, the state, the money goes through the state. And since Tipra Motha came to power in the ADC, when it was the opposition party, it had faced that constraint of money. At that time, he was repeatedly raising this issue that until we get money, we cannot. Even he raised that the ADC was even unable to pay the salary of the staff, though the staff, a large section of the chunk of the staff are deputed from the state government, but until they get the money in their exchequer, they cannot pass the bill for the money or the salary. He was raising this issue. So that is more important. Land rights is already there, but implementing it in a proper way, because in ADC, non-tribal or from outside one cannot purchase even the tribal land anywhere. Also in Tripura, you cannot, a non-tribal cannot purchase. That is already there. And but the biggest issue was forming schemes or for the development, you planning from the down to up. When ADC is at the grassroots level, until they have the fund, how can they plan which will be the priority sector, where to implement, and even the tax share, that is very important, because in other parts there are to some extent finance which comes directly, even in Assam there is that, but in Tripura that was not there. But earlier it was not raised because of one reason. What I feel, Priya, is that because in Tripura, in majority time the left was in power in Tripura, and at the same time the ADC was also with the left, except for a small phase when a separate party came. But at that time those parties were busy in their inner fight, and ultimately it could not continue. But since left was in the state as well at the ADC, so that issue of the difference between of finance, that was not raised at that time. Though now, if you speak with the left leaders also, they are in favor of direct funding to the TTADC, and even the Congress is supporting this direct funding.
And Pinaki, that Tipra Motha had adopted an aggressive stand recently, saying that it may even consider pulling out of the BJP alliance if the tie-up does not help the indigenous people. But with the reports of Pratyut Debarma scheduled to meet Home Minister Shah, so we can probably safely say that, you know, there is no chance of a break in ties for now, isn't it?
Exactly, Priya. They have never said we want to break. We'll review. They were threatening the government or the BJP. We can say that way because they also, if you remember, Pradyut Kishore had repeatedly said that being in the opposition, we can't achieve anything from the government. Whatever we want, we get it from the government. I mean, the central government. What they are speaking about. So he had repeatedly said, and recently, if you look into the threats or the during the press conference, the issue was raised mainly by the party leaders, not Pradyut Kishore Dev Burma. He has kept his relation and meeting top ministers and other leaders at New Delhi, where his party was raising this issue at the state level, and it is also important for them to raise this issue, keeping in view the coming election, because they have to face the voters. They don't want them to be like what has been the consequence of the BJP alliance IPFT, which had more than around 9 MLAs, but ultimately they have reduced to 1. If Pradyut Kishore's party want to continue their movement, they have to show some results because he has also spoken about time-bound results. So those are the issues because they were waiting for the tripartite agreement, that is the Tipra Accord, what we say, that has also to be implemented, and he has to face the people. The vote is coming, particularly the village council and the three-tier panchayat vote is coming.
Exactly,
so
yes.
he have to raise those issues, or and what will he say to his voters?
Right, right, Pinaki. Thank you so much for all those details.
Your legacy. Be the next Northeast Diva. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.
ICFI University, Tripura.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Calling all stunning beauties from Northeast.
On to the big story from Meghalaya now. Well, the Khasi Jaintia Hills region may not be keen on railway connectivity. A proposal will soon be submitted to have better railway link in Garo Hills. Border Area Development Minister Rakam A. Sangma informed that he will soon submit a petition to the centre through Chief Minister Kongrat Sangma demanding railway connectivity from Guwahati to Dhaka via Bagmara. With South Garo Hills district often cut off due to poor road infrastructure, Sangma is also demanding a proper highway connecting Guwahati, Bagmara, Dhaka. While talking to Northeast Live, Sangma said this will help in developing trade relations with Bangladesh. The minister said he wants to make Bagmara a corridor for trade.
I will demand the government of India through our Honorable Chief Minister that the bus service as well as the railway connectivity from Guwahati to Dhaka through Bagmara, and also the direct highway from Guwahati Of course, NH62 does have, but they should directly connect with the Dhaka, the city, the capital city of Bangladesh. Then will make the you will see the difference of our state. If we have the system from bus service from Guwahati to Dhaka through Bakmara, would have a different story today, because the Bakmara to Dhaka is just 183 kilometers away. There's just 3 hours journey from Bakmara to Dhaka. Imagine if we have the system, we don't have check proper integrated check yet. The people from Bangladesh cannot come to the state because we don't have the system. Had we allowed, if we have the system, look, the people from Bangladesh would come to the Meghalaya for education, for business, for trade, for tourism, and Meghalaya people could have constructed lots of the hotels and the guest house and the market will flow.
Now I'm being joined live with our correspondent from Shillong, Purbasha Bhattacharjee. So, Purbasha, Minister Rakam Sangma is clear that he wants enhanced railway connectivity in Garo Hills. But, does the state government led by Congress Sangma also share the same vision?
Well, Congressman Malcolm earlier on the year was very clear that center need for having railway connectivity in Meghalaya, but with Happy Campus is saying no to railway. Definitely, Dalhousie has an opportunity, and we have seen the success story of Mendipatha railway station, where after the railway was introduced in the Mendipatha area, lot of farmers in fact were benefited. And now Rakam Sangma, the border area development minister, wants the railway connectivity, and this is something really will be a big thing because he will submit a petitions with the center very soon to Chief Minister Congress Sangma. CM Congress Sangma is still not in Shillong, so once he returns back to Shillong, then we can hear what he has to say about it. But as of now, we know that Rakam Sangma has made this clear that he wants a better trade relationship with Bangladesh. And if we say that if we have international border, if we talk about international border, it is only Bangladesh that we share international border with. So definitely, Meghalaya, some of the districts in Meghalaya, they will definitely like to. And what Sangma meant was that since the prehistoric, pre-independence time, there were there was this trade linkage and all. So why not once again have trade linkage? And he wants railway lines from Guwahati to Dhaka via Bagmara, and also he wants better highways so that if better highways come, better rail connectivity comes, Bagmara will get benefit. It may be mentioned that South Garo Hills district is facing a lot of problems with connectivity. Road infrastructure is really suffering, and although national highway is there, still because of landslide, because of flash flood, the network connectivity is a big problem. The roads often get cut off. So if, according to Mr. Sangma, if railway line or if better road infrastructure is introduced, then people will also get to travel through better road connectivity, as well as it will boost the trade between Meghalaya and with the international country like Bangladesh.
So, Purbasha, do you think Rakam Sangma's move will get support from other leaders from Garo Hills, especially, those from the opposition and the pressure groups?
As of now, it is very difficult to say, but railway connectivity is not new in Garo Hills because it is the Mendipatha railway station which has brought Meghalaya under this railway map. So, railway is not new to Garo Hills. So, it will be very difficult for us to say what will be the mind of leaders or what will be the mind of various pressure groups as on today. But since it is already there in Garo Hills, so we can expect that something positive may come up. But that time will say once our news goes to the viewers and viewers actually sees it, how they react. It depends on the viewers. It depends on the leaders. It depends on the various pressure groups. But we can say that railway is not new to Garudans.
All right, Apurva Shah, thank you so much for all those details. And now on to the big story from Nagaland. Has the Eastern Nagaland People's Organization been forced to take a rigid stand on the frontier Nagaland territory demand? Well, outgoing ENPO President R. Sapikyu Sangtam feels that the organization has been put on a spot as the government of Nagaland is yet to give its comment to the Home Ministry on the demand for frontier Nagaland territory. Sangtam, while speaking to Northeast Live, said there has been no communication with the Ministry of Home Affairs since the state government is yet to give its opinion or comment on FNT. Due to the delay from the state government, the ENPO is also in a fixed situation. On query whether the ENPO will sit across the table with the state government if they continue to delay further, he said, since a new ENPO team has been elected and handing and taking of office is yet to be done, only after that it will be decided on the next course of action. Meanwhile, on the temporary suspension of public emergency, Sangtam said it was imposed to show their resentment on the non-fulfillment of their demand during the parliamentary election and the ULB polls, and this temporary relaxation can be lifted anytime according to the developments. All right, Sarah Konyak from Kohima joins me over phone line. So, Sarah, is the outgoing ENPO president trying to indicate that the delay and alleged inaction on the part of the Nagaland government has, forced the organization to take a rigid stand?
Definitely, you have rightly pointed out, Priya. The ENPO is blaming the state government. In fact, in the month of April, the ENPO had issued a statement where they had blamed the Nagaland government for failing to materialize the demand of the FNP, the Frontier Nagaland Territory, before the announcement of the Model Code of Conduct for the parliamentary elections. The ENPO had clearly stated that they had come to know that the Ministry of Home Affairs have also handed over the highlights of the draft memorandum of settlement for FNP to the state government in the month of December in 2023. And the state government was supposed to give its comment before the 31st of December 2023. However, the state government failed to give any comment to the Ministry of Home Affairs. And this is one of the reasons why there has been a delay in pursuing the demand of the FNT. And in line to this, the ENPO had also adopted a resolution where they had decided to abstain from participating in any central and state elections, which they had also showed by abstaining from the Lok Sabha and the ULB elections. And subsequently, the public emergency was also announced in the month of February in all the 6 districts of the eastern area. So yes, the ENPO, in a way, according to their statement, they are blaming the state government for delaying in giving their comment to the Ministry of Home Affairs. Priya.
Right, Sarah Konyak, thank you so much for all those details.
www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.
পতঞ্জলিৰ বিশুদ্ধ সৰিয়হৰ তেলৰ সৈতে প্ৰতিটো পৰিয়ালৰে এয়াই কাহিনী। এই তেলৰ তীব্ৰতা এনেকুৱা যে বৈ আহে চকুৰে পানী আৰু সোৱাদ এনে যে মুখলৈকে লৈ আহে পানী সোৱাদ আৰু বিশুদ্ধতাৰ সংযোগ পতঞ্জলি সৰিয়হৰ তেল
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.
Pride East Entertainment's Private Limited presents Northeast Diva 2024. This time, create your legacy. Be the next Northeast Diva. Apply online at www.northeastdiva.com or visit us at News Live Building, Mahapurush Sri Srimanta Shankar Dev Park, Christian Basti, Guwahati 5. For more information, contact 7099014482.
News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m. News to keep you ahead. Evening Prime, every day at 7 p.m.